How do you stay so calm, Lawrence? Because when you're out there, when you're playing in front of that crowd and South Dakota State is making a run and the crowd's going nuts and things seem to be falling all apart, you're always the calmest guy out there, it seems. Your expression never changes. Your demeanor never changes. How do you stay so calm?
Well, that's kind of one of my leadership qualities I learned from when I was at my prep school in Wisconsin. The one thing they told me that as being a leader, you can't show panic. If you show panic, then your troops will show panic. And through those situations, I try to stay, emotionless and stay calm. And that's one thing Dave told me before the start of the game. They're going to go on a run. He's like, I'm going to need you, get the ball and get us set and get us in offense. And my teammates put a lot of trust in me when teams rallying off of runs and give me the ball. But, I try to do my best to put my teammates in the right spots to score.
So when you make one of those threes and you silence that big crowd, what are you thinking? Because it must be a pretty cool feeling to hear the crowd cheering, then just hear, just goes dead silent.
It's definitely a cool feeling, going to a gym with nobody, cheering you on and everything's against you. And once they rallying off, going off, and then you hit a shot or get a stop and you just go quiet, it's definitely a great feeling inside. But most importantly, we just try to stay focused and get the next stop or make the next big play.
I was on the floor last night after the game. You guys were celebrating. I was taking some video, and something I kept hearing again and again from you and Corey Brown and Carlin Dupree and the entire team was, we're a fifth-place team. We're a fifth-place team. We were picked to finish fifth. That was clearly a really big rallying point for you guys. Did you truly think from the start of the season, and be honest now, because everybody's listening, did you truly think that you guys had a real shot at getting to the NCAA tournament and that you truly could be a championship team this year?
Yes, of course. When Dave, Dave was put in a new position as a head coach, but he definitely had a huge impact on us last year when he was the associate head coach. And, me and him just had to get on the same page. And once we got on the same page, everybody else started following. And then beginning of the year, it was a little bit shaky, but I know that once conference play started coming around, things started coming together because we got a young team this year. We lost 6 seniors, replacing with 6 freshmen, and a couple guys who didn't play last year is playing a bigger role this year. So I knew at the beginning of the year, it was going to be a struggle, but one thing that Dave told me is that, I just got to have patience. We got to have patience, and everything will start falling in place for us.
You're on a first-name basis with the coach, apparently. Huh? You don't call him Coach Richmond, or you just call him Dave?
No,
you just Dave to you, apparently?
Straight out Dave.
Okay.
Me and Dave, have a great bond, over the last 4 years, me and him spend a lot of time together, even if it's in the gym or, just somewhere, just getting lunch, just having a conversation. So, I'm really comfortable calling him Dave. I'm pretty sure he's really comfortable with me calling him Dave too.
I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure of that. Speaking of Coach Richmond, speaking of his influence on this team, what has he done? What allowed you guys to bond with him, and what makes him so special as a coach? Because it's his first head coaching job. You lost all those seniors. You're practicing in a Quonset hut on the industrial park. The coaches' offices are all over the place. They're not on campus. What did he do to make this team get to where it got this year? I'd
probably say, his the way he's really competitive, but most importantly, he's like the good leader competitive. He makes sure we always got after it when we was in practice. Sometimes he would get on my case, just show the example, like he don't show no favoritism or anything like that. But definitely, he started to push me to become a better player. Then once I start, becoming a better player, my teammates started to follow, and Dave is just one heck of a guy, but he's definitely a great leader, and I think that's probably the main reason we have a lot of success this year.
He has a calm demeanor as well on the sideline, and when you talk to him, he's a very quiet guy. I don't see him in practice every day like you do. Is he a mean guy? Is he a tough coach? Is he yelling at you all the time, or what?
I mean, you always have to be a coach first, and then be a friend second. But definitely, what coach doesn't yell in practice, but I was always told, like, if a coach yell at you, they see something, like they see potential in you, but definitely, Dave definitely get after us in practice, and which is, it helped us out a lot, honestly, I wouldn't have it any other way, I'd rather have a coach yell at me than not say anything at all.
So apparently when my coaches never yelled at me in my high school career, I must have sucked. If somebody doesn't yell at me, that means that I'm no good.
Well, I didn't say that, but...
No, I'm saying that. Lawrence Alexander, NDSU basketball player who led the Bison to the NCAA tournament, the big victory last night in Sioux Falls, is our guest on the Mike McFeely Show.